So you see people doing it throughout the movie, this salute. But because we are both of the royal family, we added that, that we dap each other up, right? And then
you do this?
Yeah. And then you're out. So it's right over left and then out.
Okay.
So very often you can just do this part. Do that to me, right? And I would do it back to you. But we added that hour because we're siblings.
We really liked each other. All of us, we really got along. We had a lot of parties together. We ate a lot of meals together. And it's with Letitia and Danai and Angela as well. But also the entire cast. There was a time we went, Janelle Monáe invited us to her studio space, Wonderland, and we all went there. And we had this jam session where Martin Freeman and my assistant Katie and Chadwick were all drumming, and they're all fierce drummers, and all of us were dancing, and someone was playing an instrument, and Janelle's folks were there, and Jadena, and it was so beautiful, and we were all just like bonding with music, and so we had lots of those moments.
How did you work with Kendrick Lamar, and how did you connect in the first place? And
Oh yeah, I connected with Kendrick through Anthony Tippett, whose his nickname is Top Dog. He's the person who Top TDE is named after. And I was always interested in working with Kendrick. I was a fan of his music for a while. I love music, and I wanted to find a way to work with him somehow. And the opportunity came up for this. And 2 years ago, Kendrick and I had a chance to sit down, like right around the time I was taking this job. We spoke. We talked about something else. Stayed in touch. And then when the time came for this, it worked out for his schedule for him to be able to contribute.
Did you show him the script or?
Not the script, no. By the time we sat down and talked, we had footage to show him. So we
Okay.
showed him the movie.
A lot of fans are already predicting, how would it be if you will meet your character will meet Tony Stark?
Yeah.
And I was wondering, are you more interested to meet Robert Downey Jr. himself, or are you more excited about Shuri meeting Tony Stark someday?
I got the pleasure of meeting Robert Downey Jr., but I would love for Shuri to meet Tony Starks. I think that would be a moment.
How was your meeting with Robert?
It was great. He was so nice. He offered he opened drinks and stuff, and we had a lunch with him, and he was just wonderful.
Female Iron Man is already coming, in the comic books.
Wow.
And last time I talked to Kevin Feige, he was joking about Femengers. So I was wondering, how do you feel what is this female superpower, and how do you feel it will grow in comic books?
I'm really proud of it. The women really hold their own in the Marvel cinematic universe, like we just saw previously in Thor. Tessa holding her own, and Kate, one of the coolest villains I've seen, coolest bad guys I've seen, bad girls I've seen. So yeah, it's altogether it's really cool. So if that does become from a joke to reality for Kevin to have a Femengers, that would be amazing. I think it would be a quality film. I think it would be really entertaining.
Black Panther, he is a prince. He's turning into king, and he's a superhero. And if you personally have to make a tough choice and choose just one, being a superhero or being a king, what would you choose and why?
I would choose to be a superhero. I think being a king is there's a lot of burden there. There's a lot of gray hairs there.
I'd like to have superpowers. I think I'd like to have superpowers rather than be a king.
What superpowers do you want to have?
Flight.
Flight. And you, Andy?
I would like to. I would like to be able to travel in time. Actually,
where would you go?
I would go back to 1958 and be sitting in a jazz club listening to Miles Davis and John Coltrane.
I may choose translocation. That would be useful.
Interesting.
Because then I could get around the world real quick. Get more done in a day.
Okay, I got it. You'll be king, and I'll be superhero, and we'll have everything covered.
All right.
And when we get tired of that, we'll switch.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
When you get a chance.
Angela, what superpowers would you have?
I don't know. Sometimes I say read minds, but I might not want to know all that.
Maybe it's too much.
Hear all that. That might be a little bit too much. Maybe the ability to protect tender hearts.